You know those group chats that are just too real? Yeah, we made a podcast out of it.
Welcome to Hanging Out with the Girlfriends. Here do converse, meet good gossip, and healing means hilarious.
It's your fave girlfriends bringing the realest talk straight from the group chats to your ears.
So grab a drink, get cozy, and let's table this matter.
Because honestly, this mic is just an extension of the group chat. Hello, my people. Another episode. Finally,
You guys.
with that stupid love month.
Can't see. You guys, do you think that you can really find love? With the way she does insulting people that I love and insulting love itself.
Thank God. Please, I don't see any love again. No. Somebody was saying something on the comment section that February has come to. No, February has the shortest number of days in the month, but it's the longest. But the people that always say that single people, I'm not like to you. It's because we're really tired.
It was long. Me said, I feel like this particular love month, me said, I felt it.
Thank God. Now we've entered to the real business of the year. What have we achieved?
What have we achieved?
What have we achieved? Wait, before we go to what have we achieved? How was your week?
You guys, I feel like I had the longest week ever. Like, I feel like my week was more than 7 days.
Yeah, what happened?
I feel like it was so long. Like, I just had 1 billion things to do. Like, I felt so stressed. I felt like I had a whole lot of things to do in a week. Like, I feel like that's another thing. Everything I wanted to do had to be done in 1 week. So it's not a case of, I will postpone it.
Yeah.
So, like, everything had to be done.
Okay, remember you were gisting me. I beg. I'm sure this guy not really doing anything. You guys, I experienced TTC driver.
So because you want to compare TTC to what I experienced this
Please. I was experiencing TTC drivers at once.
You guys, what I experienced this even in the same week I experienced TTC. Do you guys gonna know what happened in TTC today and this week? Somebody wanted to put me inside TTC.
Jesus, it's a lie.
He actually took down his stinking that's how it was, but like this was TTC. I think it was part of the stress of the week. So I'm gonna be comparing the stress.
You guys, imagine standing in front, you're running, you're seeing the boss. Oh, there's nothing more painful. You're literally seeing your boss about to go, and then maybe you're just like in Eglinton and this was Lawrence and Midland. So your boss is coming this way from west to east, and the second bus you're supposed to take is going from south to north. So obviously that the first bus you're in is supposed to stop at the east side. Then you come down, take the one going from the south to the north. That is how. First of all, this driver refused to open the door because there was a TTC driver just in front. I'm going supposed to open the door so that I can just calm down. We was waiting for the other one in front to move. We had literally closed the bus stop. Just open the door, let me calm down. As I came down, the one that was supposed to go, the second bus I was supposed to take, now left. I almost cried. And guess what? That man saw me running. He saw me running.
That's suffering. Let me not tell my own suffering. You guys, after I had like a very long day at work, like I hope people understand that you sitting down at work does not mean it's less stressful. You guys, I had a very long, more than 9 hours. I'm sure it was more than 9 hours that day. After I was going home, I had something to do by 6. Tell me why inside my line 4, someone said that they wanted to have medical emergency, and line 4 stopped there. You stopped in a place where you cannot go forward. If it was like Shepherd Young, it's not for me just to switch to line 1 and keep going to my Kennedy. This one actually stood there. You guys, can you imagine? All I'm saying is that I went through a lot this week, and I went through a lot more than you this week. That's what I'm saying.
You guys, Nigerians are who suffer past. Which one people is arguing? To me, I told you my own. I told you that my own is invalidated or something.
Please, I'm why did I say that I did not do anything so serious this week?
Okay, guys, please, I need you guys to calm down and explain to us why we Nigerians we always like to argue on who suffer past.
You know, I'm going to tell you a story. One time, like my cousin and I were talking about our dads, and I was like, my daddy went through a lot when he was small.
Yeah.
I think he was like, my daddy went through a lot. Forgetting that your daddy is my mommy's brother. But like that means I know what
That means,
my daddy went through. I know. He was arguing with me that my daddy went through. I said, my daddy went through it. When I know my daddy went through a lot. And we didn't realize, like, why are we competing for going through a lot like that? Why are we competing for suffering like this? I'm just like, my daddy is not going through anything.
I just feel like maybe it is the person that had the most suffering or the most whatever. That's who wins that whole conversation.
Yeah.
Conversation is not an argument, so it's not even like as if you're in competition. But that conversation has to be won.
I think another reason why people really like to argue is because before we get into the
Nitty-gritty.
we have not introduced ourselves.
Hey, sorry guys, we have
Is this suffering? We're not suffering though. Do I look at someone that is suffering? I'm not suffering.
but you know, life can life sometimes.
It was just last week.
Anyways, it's the girlfriends. I'm Kamsi.
And I'm Rebecca.
Clock it. Hey! Oh my God, I just remembered. Oh my God, I'm so in love with the fact that Pastor always clocks it. I'm like, our pastor is the same.
Yeah, so let's not talk too much about our pastor. If you want to know more about our pastor, come to our church.
Exactly. Come to Celebration Church International, Toronto,
1000 feet West Avenue.
Jinx. I'm Jinx.
You are a bully because you're always pinching me. You will say sorry.
Wait, remove your hand. It's okay, remove your hand. Leave. This is
you guys, Kamsi makes it hard for somebody to genuinely care for.
This girl genuinely care.
Sorry.
It's okay. I've heard you now. It don't do. I've heard you. It don't do. Thank you. Please, you guys, let's go to the nitty-gritty of who suffer past are Nigerians.
Exactly. So I was going to talk about how
Yeah.
the reason why I think people like to argue.
Yes.
I think it's because people invalidate
People
suffering. So it's like, how can I go through this thing and you're not trying to play small? So that's why everybody's trying to
so
like,
people
what I've gone through.
It's more than what you've gone through. And then you're saying that you fell into a pit. Me, I fell into a bottomless pit.
Me, I even fell into not me, but somebody fell into the lake of fire.
I said, no.
So, but these are the circumstances to start. Let's say you tell me that, Rebecca, I wish you, and I'll be like, if I tell you my own. You know, say, I didn't even tell you that. And I say, did I not even tell you that?
Sometimes when you not get the person's story, you're not like, maybe what you went through is small or there's no need for validation or whatever.
We'll never feel like that.
But exactly, like, we have the right to all feel a certain way, whatever we.
It doesn't matter the degree of it. It doesn't matter the degree. You went through something and it's very valid.
And to be honest, I think it started from our parents before.
I'm sure I started from their own parents.
It's like generational, or like this cycle of who suffer past kind of thing.
But guess what? In my own generation, in my family, it ends with me. Because me, I'm not competing with anybody. You suffer, sorry for you. I not suffer with
like,
you.
Wait, this thing we're talking about now. I don't think there's anybody in Nigeria or in Africa or whatever that haven't heard their parents talk about. When I was going to school, we passed through the bushes. We saw lions. We saw we climbed mountains. We passed through the burning furnace. We went. I'm like,
should I tell you something?
What?
Do you know my mommy actually never told us that she suffered?
I waiting no good with them. They walk. It's every time they are walking. It's every time they are walking through wilderness.
I don't know. Maybe it's because she knew she could not lie. Like my mommy has never been like, what I went through. She has never said she suffered. And I feel like if she said, I'll just look at her, you suffered, you. Compared to that, if you match your standard with a lot of people, you did not suffer. But I don't think she had ever said, what I went through as a child. I don't think she ever said that to us.
Man, that is crazy. Me, this is the first Nigerian I'm here. But every other person, at least if you don't hear it from your parents, you must have heard it from your auntie.
You hear it from your teachers.
You hear it from your uncle. You don't hear it from your uncle. You hear from your cousins that their parents told them to sound so. One way or the other, you will hear that story. It cannot escape you.
And if you're a Nepo baby, like they don't suffer in your family, you will hear it in school. I promise. Nigerian teachers, That's another conversation inside of this
For
podcast.
for another day, Nigerian teachers and their Nigerian teachers actually had stories.
They are obsessed with something.
No, they are obsessed. Like if you are resting like this, they'll say that maybe you don't have a bright future or something.
And they put a fear in you. Like I remember in secondary school, you hear teachers say things like, "She people will do project." In project, they don't shut up. I've done the project, I've graduated, I've done master's, I've graduated. Like they'll make you look and say, like I don't know, I said university is like to be killing your university.
You're supposed to suffer.
Yeah, like they just put like this stupid fear in you.
I mean, experience it is not when it's not it at all. Or oh my goodness, I think there are some videos, there are some reels I seen. You are sleeping, maybe now it's 7 a.m. and then you are sleeping. Your mom or your father will just come, wake you up. There's no reason for them waking you up just because you are sleeping. You're already sleeping too long. Why are you still sleeping? By this time of the day,
nobody does that better than my daddy. I have checked, and I feel like my daddy's on the season now. So you guys, sometimes we sleep till like 10 a.m. in the house. I'm so sorry. Why can I not sleep till 10 a.m. in my house? But there's sometimes that you sleep till like 7 a.m. and you're like, "Oh, daddy, good morning." This is what he will say after he has finished his morning prayer for you. He will not say, "Can you see the time?" I will not say yes, 7 a.m. You'll not be like, "I'm just sleeping by this time." It's literally 7 a.m. I'm not supposed to be awake by 7 a.m. Like I am not in school, I'm not working, I'm in the house. And I should still wake up by 7 a.m. To do what? To just sit and be looking so that you think I am I'm hardworking. I'm not hardworking, you people look. I'm really hardworking in my career.
You guys, this thing about waking up early, I think I can't really say, my own memory is always off and on. I can't really, what I remember perfectly is I know my mom, auntie, because we stayed with, for the time being that we stayed in Enugu as well. Like, I don't know, I just got accustomed to it or whatever, but I'm not so sure, I can't remember anything. But I cannot stay in my family house and I am sleeping. I don't know if I should say 7. Because 7, me waking up is because I'm like, the house is big. And it's me that is anchoring everything. I have to, delegate. I have to delegate duties effectively. I have to understand what's going on. Even the night before. I'll say, okay, this is what this person is going to do. Mimi is going to do this one. Mama is going to do this one. Honest is going to do this one. David is going to do that one. Or and as everyone, we're traveling and everything, when David left, we reduced, or if any of them are in school or whatever, I have to know how to delegate all these things. There's nobody that will tell me not to stand up from my bed.
And yes, that's the truth. Do you know, like, when I started to get, like, I think towards, like, the end of secondary school, I started to feel like, okay, maybe I have been pampered enough.
Yeah.
Because, like, before that time, like, my daddy he didn't like to see us in the kitchen. Like, if you're in the kitchen, when I was 11, you're in the kitchen, my dad would be like, "What are you doing in the kitchen?" My dad doesn't believe that. My parents don't believe, like, they believe that there's a certain age for everything. So that thing of already forcing a female child to cook, like, early, used to do with us. But, like, towards the end of secondary school, I feel like I started to become wiser. So I would wake up on my own accord to do things like sweep the house, especially on Sundays, sweep very early, prepare food for everybody. Yeah. But, like, I feel like that one, it came with age. Like, I had to get to a certain age for me to start doing that. But please, after all of those, I go back to sleep. I go back to sleep. I'm telling you. And that's why I don't go to people's houses and wake up early. I said there's some people's house that I like going to, like my person's house. Every time we go there, after we wake up in the morning, we always go back to sleep sleep. So, like, there was never the struggle of, I just like being with aunties that they don't do the whole, during my time we suffer. Like, they may tell you that we suffer them, but they're not trying to make you suffer. Like, they're trying to make life easy for you. Like, they suffered. I feel like that's kind of people that I'm actually surrounded with. Them. They suffered though. They will tell you that they suffered, but, like, they will still make life easy for you. Like, because they had to wake up at 5 a.m. does not mean you have to wake up. That's kind of mom I have. That's kind of, I have aunties like that. So, like, or even uncles, like, does not mean that you have to wake up that time. Sometimes maybe they feel like you are doing too much. Maybe now you are fool, you are lazy.
Yeah.
And that's when they make you to do all those things. But they only tell you that they suffered so that you will be able to appreciate everything that they do for you.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like that's how it is for me. Like they just tell us they are suffering so that we will be able to be like, that's you went through this for me to have a soft life.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I think mine was natural. I don't know how to explain it. Or maybe, I mean, because sometimes I sit down and I think, maybe it's just because we're a lot.
Yes.
We're a lot, and I could not stand seeing my mom do any of these things that maybe I feel like, is something wrong with my hand? Something wrong with my leg?
Yes.
Why can't I do this? That's why, you guys, let me praise myself. That's why it shows that you can actually go to any of my family members. They'll say, this one is good at that. Like I'm telling you, from my aunts, from my parents to aunties, uncles, cousins as well. These cousins that are close to me, because honestly, they'll be saying that because of our clothes, and they're like that. Council does not used to do all these things, but like even Vanessa, she'll be the one to open her mouth to tell you that, okay, yes, so I should there are some things that I often do that she knows that nothing even concern her. I just feel like I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's just,
I think it's just a firstborn. It's a firstborn thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it happens to all the firstborn, where like you just feel like everything has to be done. All I can see that likes to delegate. I hate delegating. Like I don't have like many siblings. I only have like one sibling. So like, I don't have time to be come and walk. So if you're not going to do it, don't worry, I'll do everything myself. So like me, you have to wake up to like do everything. I wake up and just do everything. Like you have to wake up and dedicate. I wake up and I just do everything. Like do everything. I'm just like, just do that. Get up
and get you don't have energy for these things. Another thing that I remembered about our parents is the emotional blackmail. Maybe when you do something, when they want you to do something. Becky, I carried you for 9 months. Do you know how much I have suffered?
I was like, who is supposed to carry me for
I'm sorry. Am I the one that put myself there? Is that not the result of your actions? I mean, shook you for inside.
Do you know that carry you for 9 months?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you. I feel like we're going to do an episode of our kind of African mom. My mom does not use 9 months to gaslight us.
What is she?
You know what she's like? My mommy used 9 months. Like every time my mom wants to justify spoiling us, she would say something like, "You're not the one that brought yourself here. It's me that brought you to this world. Let me just take care of you." And she was like, she uses the 9 months.
Mom is very smart.
She'll be like, it's not you that Coco said you want to come to this world. It's me that brought you here. So let me just do all those things. But when she wants to gaslight you hear her say things like, your children will do the same thing for you now, or you will soon understand now.
Oh my God, that's your children will do the same thing for you. You know, because I think, oh my God, no wonder I'm good. To be honest, I think that's what traumatized me. The fact I didn't want my children to be disobedient to me. I am telling you, because the way I hate disrespect, but not this one that every small thing everybody will call it disrespect. Maybe if you're direct, they say it's disrespect. Or if the adult is behaving like what I don't know, he's not respecting themselves, they say that it's disrespect. But like, I hate disrespect to a very large extent. So when I heard, I think it was my auntie that told me this thing. I think most of these harder things I might even have learned is from Inigo. So like when my auntie was, I don't know if it was me or her son, she was saying, oh this, oh no, it's not my auntie. This is another auntie, but like not my mom's sister, exactly. She was saying that whatever you do now to your parents or to the people that are training you, your children are going to do worse than that since that time. I said, okay. Should be they're going to do worse than that. Let me be a good person so I can be a better person.
That's you. Me. My mom, every time my mom is like, your children will do the same thing for you. Do you know in my mind, then when I became bold, I used to tell her, I was like, I'm sure you did the same thing to your mother. So that's why I got and my mom was like really stubborn, so I'm just like, I'm sure you did the same thing. That's the reason why I'm doing it. And my children do something, do worse to me. I'm just like, what am I even doing that my children want to do back? I'm not disrespectful. I'm not, just because maybe I hate when I'm told to do something like everywhere. because it's already in my mind to do it. Like I'm literally standing up. Then you will not say go and sweep.
No.
Then I will not be like, I know. She will not be like, you know everything. You know everything.
It pisses me off. It's like it drains the energy from my body.
It doesn't, you know,
That's
you just be
zeal.
standing up like this to go and sweep. You just hear, Sheon, go and sweep. But I was going.
Like you literally go and watch that place. I was going. I didn't need to. That thing annoys me.
That annoys me.
It annoys me. Like, just leave me alone. I promise I was going to. Like, nothing is wrong with my eyes. I can see. You trained me well enough for me to know that this thing is not supposed to be kept the way the way it was left or whatever. Like, you don't need to, mention it.
And you know the thing, African parents, doesn't matter how, if you like do that thing 50 times to their front, they still feel like you cannot do it.
Yes. They still feel like they have to tell
They have to tell you, like, can't forgive me, but I think it's like their mouth is always scratching them to talk.
Like, if they're not talking, it's almost like they feel like they're leaving you astray or something.
Yes, I'm just like, I know, like, I've been doing this thing myself.
Yes, like, I remember, I know there are so many instances. Oh my God, I think it was when I was sweeping. Yeah, that time we were using the standing broom and it was on this very silky tiles or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes, the truth is that sometimes I either sweep like this,
Mm-hmm.
I sweep, I'll be like in front of the dirt and I'm sweeping it forwards to myself.
Yeah.
Or I'm at the back and sweeping
yeah.
it away. So always, Mandy has seen me do both of them. But that day I just felt like sweeping it towards myself. I didn't want to be sweeping it away. Like, the best way to... The best way to sweep it for you to be sweeping it. Auntie, you've seen me do this before. It's not the first time. Like, I just chose that today I want to. Because I'm not like to you, I prefer actually sweeping it closer to myself than away. Because I feel like that way I don't tend to...
It doesn't matter. As long as the end justifies the means.
Yes!
Is the place going to be clean? It's going to be clean.
It's going to be clean.
I feel like older people just like to talk.
No, they don't talk. Their bodies not one place.
They just like to talk. Like, because my dad does that thing. Like, whenever, like, after university, you guys, like, I was literally in the house. Like, so, the gap between graduation and NYSC, I was in the house. There's no book to read. I knew I was not going for my master's anytime soon. Like, I knew that it was still going to take a whole year to go for master's.
Yeah.
There was nothing for me to read. You know, see my daddy, and I feel like, film. You don't have book to read.
I'm not like I think that thing has entered my body because I'm always complaining for me the last but anyway,
they are still in school. I will complain. And I complain like I'm actually that auntie, like because I'm an auntie. Like I'm that big auntie that I'm just like you don't have book to read. But you guys, I was done with school. What exactly do you want me to read? What?
Maybe read Alchemist, what's that thing? Hey, The Alchemist.
And you know, I said we used to read novels because I was always reading on my phone. So
yeah.
It's like, what are you doing on that phone?
Even when you're on your phone, it's going to look like as if you're just
scrolling. Even if I was on my phone, like there's literally nothing for me to do. Like, why do you think I should be reading?
Well, as I said, you understand when you have children.
Let me have the children.
Or you understand when you grow up. Or what these adults will have over understood.
I'm not going to ever ask that I understood everything.
The understanding I have, my wisdom.
So my mom will not be saying things like,
they enjoy that thing, eh?
I told you that. I'll hear what we say before.
My mom, now sometimes she'll never say, she'll just be like this. No, that thing.
I say, I told you that.
I was just looking at you. Nobody will listen to tell you. But like, it's crazy. Even in an African home, you can never be depressed. What is depression? When you have AC in your house, you are depressed. You have car that is driving you to school.
Yes, I don't like the way that they think that, and I don't think the African parents. Do you know even the millennials? They do it.
Yeah.
Like people in 35. I think they are currently like 35 and above. Like I think they believe that when you have basic necessities, there is no reason for you to be depressed. Like it's like, well, what's causing depression? And why are you depressed? I'm understand. Lights is normal. It's normal to have lights. It's just the situation of the country.
Concentration that time.
It's normal to have lights. It's normal to have all those things. Like all those things do not take. I mean, sometimes lights take away depression in Nigeria, but like all those things don't like make you. I don't know. It does not emotionally regulate. Like it's not a valid reason for you not to feel. So a child that they are bullying in school because there's light at home, she should not be depressed. No. Is it light that will take away the bullying?
No. You say, "Oh, mommy, I'm tired." Imagine, oh my God, imagine a 6-year-old saying, "I'm tired." Tired of what? You don't have children. How many experience?
What are you doing? Tired.
Tired. When you're always on your phone, how would you be tired?
Now, you guys, I don't know if you know. I don't know about other people's parents. My own parents, they are obsessed with gadgets now. My dad and my mom.
Like this.
So anyway, if my mommy complains to me now that I'm tired, I'll be like, you're always on your phone. That's why.
Oh my God.
I tell her that.
Do you know this thing just is? I just remember. You know, I did that with my mom. I'm on social media now. She used to say, she'll be sending me trends before even I'm aware of it. But I remember, I don't know if it was here I told that she sent me one song. Like, is this a new song? She said, you don't know what is on ground now. I said, sorry, ma, Gen Z.
She's involved.
She's involved. I remember that time, my mom was always saying, if you always with your phone, you're always with your phone. I felt, first of all, I never felt like I was always with my phone. But I think as time went on, maybe I will stop using my phone regularly. But now, and my mama that is always with her phone. She's always with her phone. My dad, when he comes out from work like this, he just settles down. He settles down. His 2 phones here. Oh, I know. There's nothing at the other side. He carries his iPad. He's like this with channel something news 10 p.m. news.
And if they born you, change that
channel. But he's not watching.
My dad will stay there. He's like this. Yeah. The moment you just want to, he will not be like this.
Like how do you still so
like of course because of the time difference now. And let's say it's like 2 a.m. in Nigeria.
Yeah. And
I just check and I'm like online. I'm like, what are you doing online? Phone. Like
the irony of this.
If they ever like, I'm sure they are scared of complaining to me about any headache. Because me, I would say, you're always on your phone. Why are you always on your phone? On your phone.
Maybe now they always on their own phone.
Like parents are so obsessed. Parents and kids are so like all these rats.
Yeah.
Sorry. All these poor children. They're so obsessed with phones.
Do you know
the same way with parents?
Like I think this Pastor Bright said this thing now. Is it Pastor Bright that he was talking about his wife? That his wife watches anything that the kids are supposed to
do. Yeah, he was the one.
See all this exposure of phone. I just feel like, especially to these kids, with the level of things that are exposed online, God forbid though.
That one that is parenting conversation.
That one is parenting conversation.
When we have time. I'm talking about how we'll school all of you that this parent, I don't understand.
And the truth is that I understand that, it's not easy. To be honest, it's not easy to like 24 hours because of the number of
course now.
You're busy with other things. But do you know that you actually need a lot of time? Because if you leave them with that phone, they're always on their screen, always watching Cocomelon.
Oh my God, I had it.
When I grow up like this, their own is going to be FLA is played, FLA is played, Ngaji is spoon. Okay, their own language. But like, I just feel like the screen time is
it's too much. And I think it's because I feel like okay, that's going to make us move into another conversation. But let me just say passively, I think the problem is that parents are so busy, and it's not everybody is trying to make life easy for their kids. So parents are busy. So when kids, they just try to shove anything to make the child distract. I remember I used to every time kids are remain like this, they don't want noise. Cocomelon.
Exactly.
So the screen time is you're not engaging them with things outside of gadgets, basketball, swimming, race. Like just let them do activity things, chess and legs.
Do you know that this thing you said? I remember. Okay, before I talk about my own family, there's a video I saw on Instagram. Someone said someone was passing somewhere and saw a mango tree, and the guy was like, "This generation of children are disappointing him. Now, why is he seeing a mango tree and the mango tree is full? that this mango tree that people would have plucked since 19 beginning of calendar no dates. That they would have plucked it. I was like, it's true that we didn't really, oh my god, do not. Think when I went to Enugu, because that's why I could relate. If I was in Lagos, I wouldn't have related.
It's because people are in Lagos. I was living in Abuja, and I'm telling you, and there's no tree I cannot climb. My sister and I, because of course, like also like we're not gadget kids. Like my parents, my dad believed that if you give your child a phone at a very young age, you're an educated illiterate in his opinion.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So like we didn't used to use gadgets a lot, and you know, like it's not always lights. It's only in the night. During the day when we are free, me and my sister will act drama. We'll do Ojuju, we'll do Ujuju, and so we had a lot of
father, mother,
who is going to be father and mother? We say me and her.
Oh my god! Wait, like, but obviously, are we cousins?
Yeah, okay, we used to do. But like, I'm just saying, like, the time when it's just me and my sister, we had guava tree, mango, orange, cashew. We used to climb tree. I when people say you're an omoboti, bring tree. There's no tree I cannot climb. Like my sister and I would climb, just go and pluck mango, pluck everything. I feel like that's the thing now. Like we had all those things, but now they're not even trees.
There's no. Yeah, that's true.
Like
everybody's doing. There's always one industrial thing or the other.
Only for kids that are growing up, like I even think that kids should even grow up in like anywhere apart from Lagos. I don't want to say Abuja because Abuja has trees. Oh my god, this is another entire conversation.
This girl just hates Lagos.
But like, I think kids should grow up in Abuja, Ibadan, Enugu, Anambra, Benue, every other state except Lagos, because other states they have trees and it's not extremely industrialized like Lagos. You guys don't have trees there.
Sorry, ma. And some places have trees in.
Where?
Magodo.
I
don't even know. Do you know I've never been to Magodo in my life? Like there's so many places I've actually not been to in Lagos.
That's why it's Lagos.
No, it's not that's why it's Lagos.
I can perceive like I think one smell just passed me. I think it's a Lagosian smell.
I think one smell just passed. I think it's an Abuja smell.
How does it smell? Like rich people.
Rich people she will.
Okay, I think we're going to actually divert if we start this Lagos and Abuja conversation.
So like back to this suffering invalidation thingy. I remember one time I was talking to a friend of mine. You know, this was here in Canada now. You know, school fees and everything. You're trying to juggle the whole wahala in this country as a foreigner. So he was talking immigrant like her that she's claiming indigenous. Do
you see me struggle with anybody in Canada? Because I'm indigenous.
So like I was speaking to him and he was saying, you know, he was talking about school fees. No, I think it was me. I was talking about God, the school fees is a lot, like for next semester and or just at the end of the day, I knew I was going to ask my I just like to think. I just like to kill myself. I always run back up because she's like, run back up. Okay. That's where I was going to go. That's where you go home. That's where you want to go home. When I was coming here, home already told me that they're the ones that are going to paint. I don't know why I like putting responsibility.
I'll tell you the reason why, but before I say the reason, of course, it's going to link to a story I want to talk about. So,
okay,
say this first.
So, I was like, this money, the next money that I was supposed to pay is actually a lot. And I'm like, oh my god, it's going to be a lot for my mom. I'm just like worried, go. I was like, yeah, we're lucky. All these Nepo babies, you will be crying. And like, he was like, do you know, I don't know how I'm going to bring my school fees, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm working morning till night. I don't have time, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to. What is happening to what is going through is actually a lot. We thank Master Jesus that I'm in a position where I'm in a position where I can actually call my parents. Well, not because, well, how do I say? Okay, and it was that time that beginning time that also we don't have jobs and you know we're still.
I'm going to talk about our immigration.
We didn't have jobs, so we're still trying to like even to pay for normal transport, and we don't like to disturb our parents.
Yes.
It's true, even to pay for normal transport, we don't like to disturb our parents.
Those people.
But like, I just felt like that is our struggle.
Yes.
Why is that struggle not okay enough for us to complain about? Why is it because we are not paying for our school fees? That's the only struggle
Yes.
That's the only benchmark for you to complain. Like, we don't have a job, so that means there's no money for any other thing. That is also a struggle.
Struggle. Like, okay, because so the school fees that I think for me, let me tell you the kind of person I used to be when I was younger. I used to think that suffering had to look a certain way.
Yeah.
So if that suffering does not look a certain, I didn't think I was suffering. So like I could be going through some things, like I could be going through my own. I'm telling you, I was as young as like I was in secondary school, early university, where I can be going through something.
Yeah.
In other aspects, like it doesn't have to be financial, it could be other things. But like I will not be able to speak up because I believe that if I speak up, it's not me, because people will be like, oh, that's what you are going through. So I thought that there was a even in my prayers to God, I didn't used to think I was suffering.
Yeah.
Then one time I actually prayed about it, and I was like, God, I know what I'm going through is not small. Like I know whatever is happening to me is not small. But like, why do I feel like I cannot complain about it because I am not on the street begging? So in my opinion, I used to think that until you are on the street begging, you're not suffering. Until you don't have a roof over your head, you are not suffering. But sufferings come in different types. I'm telling you that there is, for every class of people, for every group of people, there's what suffering looks like. What will look like suffering to the 1% of the 1% will not look like suffering to the middle class. Also, the kind of suffering a middle class will suffer is not the same kind of suffering that the lower class will suffer. But it does not invalidate the suffering of the middle class. Neither does it invalidate the suffering of the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah.
That was the first one. And the second one, when I went to Canada, I don't know where I got this stupid spirit of always trying to prove that I'm suffering. So when I moved in, I used to speak to a particular girl and everything, and she would always talk about how, not just how, a lot of people at that time, you know now, they'll be like, mommy will do it for you now. And they would like, you'll not be seeing me.
Yes,
I will not be looking for every story. You'll not be seeing me. You don't know what I'm going through. I'm telling you, I will not be looking. I will not be trying to look for a pathetic story that will also make people know that I'm suffering with them. I'm telling people, it was just one day in 2023. Towards the end of 2023, I just looked at myself and I said, you're not suffering. Why are other people praying to leave suffering? You are trying to bring yourself into suffering. I was like, I just thought to myself, I was like, I'm not suffering, one. Two, why? Like, it's not a bad thing for you to be in a position where you have people to help you.
Sure.
Like I'm trying to disregard so that people will think I'm suffering is what people are begging for. People are praying to have helpers. People are praying to have a good support system. Then I have it now, but because I'm trying to fit into the suffering group, I'm not trying to like discard them. Like I was just like, it's okay for you not to suffer. It's okay for people, for you to have a soft life. It's okay. People are praying for you.
This thing you said, I saw it on Twitter. I think this was where someone was saying, yes, my mother can pay for this. Yes, I went to private university. Yes, yes, because it has come to a stage where it feels like suffering is glorified.
Exactly.
You go through a lot, then you've gone through trials and tribulation. That is, you are the diamond of the city or the gold or whatever, because you pass through fire, furnace, and everything.
Exactly. And another thing, it's actually someone that said it. Like you don't really know her. That's why I don't want to say her name. She said that the way other people also make you look is that when it doesn't look like your kind of suffering, when somebody does not suffer the standard of suffering you think is what suffering
the benchmark,
then guess what? You don't think the person will be successful.
Exactly. People are always thinking that soft life is laziness. Maybe when you're calm, that's not going to be
exactly. So you think that because you don't know what people do behind the scene, and if God has put you in a position to be around people that would make life easier for you, why do you still want to struggle? That's what I thought about that. I just told myself, I said, Rebecca, you're not suffering. You have people that are helping you. There's no reason for you to still be competing with suffering anyway. And you know, since that day, if anybody call me soft girl, that's what I am. And I will go on internet, I will go and pray to God, say, God, everything that people think I am, make me that. I don't want, do you know, and the way I hate suffering, and I hate rubbish now, somebody one time saw me outside, like this was in 2024, you know that time when we were going through a lot in 2024, when life was tough for us. Somebody saw me outside. He now said, so after like about 2 days, we're not speaking on the call. And he was like, Rebecca, when I saw you, I actually pitied you.
Pitied you, that what happened?
He said I wasn't looking like I was looking like I was suffering. I'm telling you, I cried that day. I said, God, what about me? I was so sad. I'm telling you, I took my skincare serious. Like, I've never had a bad skin, but like I took my skincare serious. I started to
as I said, nobody wants to look like what they are going through.
I was like, I was going through something like, but I had a problem with the fact that everybody, like, he was
visible. Yeah.
I hate it. I don't know why people like to glorify myself, because to me, even if I'm going through anything, I don't believe everybody should know. Because I just believe that they just want to use your story as another gist. Yeah. That's the kind of person I am. That's the kind of person I am. So I'm just like, I hate when people can attach me to suffering. I hate
because not everybody that hears your bad story that actually wants to sympathize with you.
They want to hear gist.
They just want to hear gist, and they want to see, okay, this one at least is suffering more than I am.
Nothing.
And another thing, this one has more trials and tribulations than I am. Okay, that means I'm okay, I'm calm.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, that's why they always say that how you know your friends is not by the people that you say your terrible days and times with. It's people that you can share your happy moments with, and you know they're also happy with you.
Yes, I've said that thing before. All of you that say things like a friend in need is a friend indeed. Apostle Joshua, someone said something that, and it's not just him, I've seen it happen. Some people, they only like to hear your misery. They only like to hear that, Becky, if I tell you what I went through. Like, they always want to see you down.
Sure.
They, like, when we were always looking for a job, I'm sure some people were happy that we never got a job. I'm telling you, I know why. I'll tell you why. But like, they like for you to be like, I don't. But as soon as something good happens for you, as soon as the light comes for you, like everything goes well for you, and you speak up, they don't become happy for you. Those are the people you are supposed to be with. Because somebody supported you, was a shoulder for you to cry on. They don't mind being your shoulder for life. They want you to be crying.
They want you to cry.
Yes, I noticed that.
That's yes.
Because
no.
As soon as I told some people about when our level changed now, and we started to, I noticed that some people start to say things like they to look for the loophole. I said, when I knew I have a job that was always disturbing you, there was no loophole. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There's a loophole.
Now that you've seen that light, now that light now is shining.
It's shining gloriously. You now have a problem. If you now have a problem with it, so those are the people you should be with. Not those, not a friend with it, the friend with it. Is there any friend that you can share happiness with?
Honestly,
that is your true friend. Not the friend that you can cry with too.
It's not the ones that will give you shoulder to carry your cup. Mm-hmm. They are ready to render that shoulder for the rest of your life.
They want you to always be
below them, beneath them.
Beneath nothing, you got it.
They always want you to be beneath them. If if it's possible that something good can happen in your life, we thank God, but trust does not reach their level.
Yeah, yes. As long as some people, and I don't know, another pastor said it too. Some people, they don't have a problem with you being successful as long as you're not successful as long.
I think I saw that sermon as well.
I don't know
as long as you've not gotten there, so they are very okay.
It's when you start to get. I'm telling you that my mom and her friends her friends and her siblings are the ones that made me understand that true friendship, whether between siblings and between friends, true friendship is actually when they just want to see you shine. True. Regardless of if they are in that same level or they are beneath, they just want to see you also. Like, they don't want to only be they don't want to be
the only happy person. I don't even know how people even enjoy that. To be honest with you, even in my prayers, God is my utmost witness. Whenever you say, God, please bless my family, you see the way most of the time I used to forget. It's like I say, God, I commit my heart desires into your hands. Because this is what I'll say. I'll say my family, I think my parents, my siblings, my cousins, my friends and their family, because as far as I'm aware of your existence, if anything happens to you, it touches you.
It will touch me. Like, do you know, like this exact thing? Like,
my friends,
this is the exact. This is the exact same way. Like, do you know this how I saw like my grandma. You know how grandmothers are. We pray for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, even me too. Like every time I'm praying, I'm just like, because I'm of the opinion that until you're in that situation, you don't know. When you are the only one that has it, and you are a genuine person, you genuinely like to see people win. When you are the only one that has something, it's not sweet.
It's not sweet.
I'm telling you, you will not be able to even use that thing well, because it's a thing of, you'll not be able to talk about it well because it might look like you're boasting, or it might also look like you don't care, or you get so like until other people have the same thing as you, my dear. And it's not the one that some people they just want to be wherever they are. I'm talking about people that also want to shine. They want to shine. Some people that still they are comfortable with misery.
She's comfortable with misery. Really, actually, people that are actually comfortable with misery, like they will sit there for the rest of their life.
Some people, I dare say, some Nigerians, they have made a covenant with suffering.
Let's say poverty. With suffering, yes.
What is poverty? What is suffering?
There are different ways of. I feel like there are different kind. Hey, most of it is financial. I'm
telling you, because guess what? Like, I don't just want to talk to him. I don't know if we can talk about it so much, but like, all I know is that with some kind of political choices people make, I'm of the opinion.
Please, I beg.
That they have made a covenant with suffering.
They enjoy it.
There's not even Moses can take them out of Egypt.
That one is not possible. Moses should just get rest. He should continue resting.
He should just rest.
Just leave.
If Nigerians were Israelite, Moses would have entered the Canaan land. Do you know why? Nobody would have angered. No, you will not need. Nobody. You will not need to talk too much because the Nigerians
they have chosen that this is the life they want to live.
Because when I hear some people speak, I'm like, can they be like at the end of your tunnel like this?
And I think maybe it still boils down to the fact that, we glorify suffering in terms of the competition. If you tell somebody what you are going through, like this, it's not them to console you, they compete with you.
Yes.
So my point is that I feel like, it feels like they are happy with whatever is going on with them. Maybe deep down, maybe it has entered so deep that nobody is even aware. Because I don't understand.
One thing about suffering that I've noticed that suffering, like people that glorify suffering, I think they don't like to help. I'm not talking of our standard African parents kind of, and you understand where you grew up.
No.
I think they don't like to help in the sense that I went through this, you must go through this.
You must go through, yeah.
Like
if you don't go through that, you cannot get to where I am. And when you don't go through that and get to where they are, it becomes a problem.
Yes.
Because they don't know there's a difference between working smart and working hard.
You will not be slaving yourself away.
Exactly. For what?
Exactly. Do you know that even at work, you hear some people, not my work colleagues, but like generally, you hear people say things like, I suffered to get to this place. So you too, you would suffer.
Just get ready.
Just get ready.
Tighten your seatbelt.
Especially if you come to a new country, be aware of people like that too. Be aware of people like that too.
As they always said, the first set of people you meet when you get to a country determines, well, that if you are smart enough, if you meet rubbish
and you are not going to cut them off.
Exactly, you can cut them off. But if you are mumu and you know that these are the people that you will follow for the rest of it, that means the rest of your stay.
Yes.
In that country.
Now we're talking about country, but like anywhere you go, all those people that like to be like, you will suffer. People will not always suffer. Because I already said something about sometimes being a pioneer. Sometimes you have gone through something so that people will not have to go through it. Yeah. There's a reason why you suffer too. Like for instance, let's say God placed you in a very top position in your office now, and you probably struggle to get to that point. There's a reason why God put you there to make things easier, so that every other person will not have to struggle like you do.
Yeah.
That's why He put you there in particular, so that other people will not have to struggle. But people, I suffered to get here. You must suffer to get there.
So that's why, to be honest with you, even online when you get to the UK, the next thing to do is for you to buy ring light and carry phone. This UK,
you're not saying it. In the UK, all of us are not okay.
Oh yes. Depression.
In this country, there's a depression. You have to. You will cry. You will suffer.
Let me tell you, because with the number of things that are online, one of the things my mom was worried about when I was coming here, because first of all, I was not the only person.
Yeah.
If UK would have been different, we have family.
Yeah.
So this one, no one has.
Yeah, like the first of the kind here
to be in Canada. So my mom was actually worried at that hey, how will how the Ifeanyi like cope and every other thing. Me that I got here, she was surprised too. I said, Mommy, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like. You see that depression? When I feel like I'm hearing it, it's boring. I don't even like saying it. I will look for where that friendship will come. I feel like if you don't put effort,
you don't have to put effort.
Nothing will happen. No.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are always like, when you come here, there are no friends. I know some people are going to say it's because you entered school, blah blah blah. There's some people that went to school and came out and still say that they don't have.
They don't have friends.
So
it's because they have bad character. I'm telling you, you need their names so that you know be their friends too.
Like I just feel like it's just the way you position yourself in places. Go to places that you know that it's possible for you to have friends and be open.
And you need effort. So like for me now, I have some friends that it's a ritual. I speak to them every week. I'm not speaking of country that we speak every day. I'm not speaking of my other friends that we speak every day. I have some friends we have to speak every week. You have to put effort. So sometimes I'm just like, I'm tired. But remember that if you guys don't speak, you have to speak. You have to put effort. But some people, they just let themselves go, and before you know it, I remember one time I was talking to one of my friends, and I was like, and I think he called me and I didn't pick his call for like two times sharp, and he was like, when I finally picked his call, I was like, I don't feel like speaking to anybody. He said, yeah, you're about to be depressed. You're like, you're about to be depressed. That's how depression used to start. Oh yeah, not to me.
It's actually really nice to have friends like that. He was like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right, let's see back here. Queen Charlotte's kind of just
oh my goodness.
That's Queen Charlotte is a damn bird.
What do you say?
I know you're a madman.
So I really I just feel it's the efforts you bring in. When I was coming here, just because of everybody has always been saying when you get here you'll be lonely, because Canada maybe is not occupied as the UK, so possible your loneliness possibilities about 80% to 20%. The ratio is 80-20. So I was literally, I was somehow scared, because I was like, hey, I don't know how to deal with silence. So me that I lived in Lagos, I like to yell, I like to yell this. You can start your own government tax me like this. The tax I will receive. I'm causing noise pollution.
I'm telling you, they will slap. That's when they're like what we're trying to say, that we're talking about all those people, all of you that have that attitude of I suffer, so everybody will suffer. It's not good, because as I said earlier, God placed you in whatever position you are to make things easier. That's why He placed you in particular. He could have placed another person, but He placed you so that you make things easier for people that are coming after you, so they don't have to repeat that. That's the, how do you consider say it? He said that's the lesson of being a pioneer.
Yeah.
As a pioneer, you should have suffer. You should have suffered everything just so that every other person will have it smoother and better. In all of this, what we're trying to say is that stop competing for suffering. In fact, you should try. Hey, tell you say you should. You should strive to not let suffering be attached to your name.
Exactly. To not make it your whole personality.
You should not make it. You should not be identified as someone that likes suffering. Mm-hmm. That's what you should be working towards. Not be competing. As you are seeing me, I even hate to be attached with struggle. Anything that concerns struggling, everybody knows me. Anything that was making me say, forget about it when I was arguing with her at the beginning of this thing. I don't like suffering. When I was talking about was stressing.
Yeah.
Anything that will put me in a position where I'll be arguing with people about I struggled, I suffered, I went. I'm not going through anything. As I say me, I've not gone through that. There's nothing like
God has been faithful.
Hallelujah. So that's any closing remark, partner.
No closing remark.
So your next topic should be attached to your name.
You already closed the remark.
Say your own closing.
I don't like to suffer. Obviously, madam, I suffering. No, I just want to live a very. I really said it. I really don't got this year. The enjoyment of me. I'm not doing. I went through this and that. I just say
I'm God's greatest soldier.
I am not a soldier on the battlefield waiting to hear.
Nice soldier.
The who's that song?
Voice of my
The voice of my command. God, voice of my command. I'm at home resting. Please. No, man. I don't even. Like I'm not even interested. I haven't even gone through everything I'm supposed to go through in the whole life I'm supposed to live. So now it's supposed to be enjoyment.
And yes, as Gen Z, millennial, whatever, like, all of you, I know that we have new parents now and we have people that will soon be parents. Like, don't have that mentality. Don't have that mentality of, oh, I suffered, so my kids have to suffer. Like, there's a reason why you're already in a better place. It's for your kids not to suffer.
And I think, the truth is that we have majority. I think parents nowadays, or parents since, have, what are they calling it? They make sure that their children don't experience things.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes even to a fault that they now spoil
they overdo it.
Yeah, that's what their kids.
Yeah, like my mom.
I think there's no. I just feel like because of the person is your child, you don't want. You don't want to.
That's kind of person. My mom. I don't know how she. I know how she grew up, of course, but like, I don't know about her. But I don't know where she learned this from. My mom believes so much that her children cannot suffer. Like, like I'm telling you, one time I was crying about something, and she's just like, you're like very traditional Yoruba woman. She was like, you are crying, don't cry. What do you think you're supposed to cry? I cried for you. Don't cry, my baby. So she doesn't believe that her child like should be suffering or anything. So anything to make life easy for us, like that's what she does. So I'm just like, you're not supposed to, because you went through something. Because you walked without shoes. Your children too should be walking without shoes.
You know, she just said, my mom said something. She was like, there's no age limit for you to be asking your father for money. She said, if she could still ask her father for money when she was 25, she will still ask. She said, when you are 30, ask. If you need it, ask.
See, if you are 90, your daddy is 190 years and he has money, ask. Bill him. If he give is your father, ask.
Ask.
I don't let me just tell you people. If you know that you're in a position where you have parents that will really, like, they really care about you and love that too, don't let these three people outside make you feel like you are not matured enough to collect from your parents. Because especially men, it's even men I'm talking to, because men, they have this thing of, I'm a man, I can't be asking my dad
for money.
But I ask your daddy for money.
I ask your papa for money.
I ask your daddy for money.
For your things. That's why I like people that they know that they can't afford rent to stay in their parents' house.
Exactly.
That's your father's house. That's literally your home. If you stay in your parents' house, this was savings. You will save and you can start business. You will save after starting business. You can even get money enough to buy a house or build or rent, enough money to rent for a whole year. So my dear,
as long as your parents are not frustrating you, and it's not the kind of frustration that they want to kill you, you know that's something.
You don't exactly. As far as your mental health is not.
Yes, no, as long as there's peace in the house and you know you're loved.
Yes, you're loved. Then you can stay at home. You don't need to suffer to
call your parents. Like, I will never understand bullying people because they have parents that will provide for them. I'm so sorry. Is it my
like? Do you get? It's better to work smart. Working smart is staying in your parents' house when you know you don't have the money for rent than going to go and spend all the money that you have used for savings on rent. Well, what money will you use to start business? Just because if you want to start business, not
just because you want to show that you are a man and you are independent. I'm not independent when it comes to my parents. Extremely go hard or go home.
Baby girl, no.
I don't believe in honesty. You better go home and ask them for money.
Exactly. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of the episode, and
I hope you learned.
I hope you learned 1 or 2, 5 or 6, 7 or 8,
9 or 10.
Yeah. I want to see 11 or 12, but I said let me stop at 10. I was not struggling with my brain. Should I not? Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of the episode. We are very happy that you continued with us to the end. And yeah, better episodes coming. You guys should always stay tuned. Stay tuned.
And you guys, be commenting. Tell us the kind of topics you want to hear.
Well, we're already tired of saying this every time. Comment. Is that you put don't? Is there another language you want us to say? Please comment in French.
I'm gonna say it for it in French. Look for it in.
S'il vous plaît, commentez our comment section.
Yes, that one. Exactly.
Oh, please, Biko. What's please in Spanish? Please. Please, yeah. Comment starts please.
Anything that looks like this is please.
Please, like, comment, share. God will bless you as to do so.
Amen.
Okay, guys.
And wait, happy new month.
Wait, good guys. Happy new month. I think this month is gonna be fruitful.
Amen.
And turn around.
Amen.
Yeah. So
thank you, Mommy G.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you,
The
Mom.
glory of the Lord be with you.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Thank you.
Bye.